Stupid train. Better move on. As you may have noticed by what was written on the side of that train there, I'm in Queensland. So I suppose I'd better tell you how that happened, eh? Right. So I was down in Victoria, as I'm sure anyone who has been watching my videos knows, and now I'm in Queensland. Main reason being that work was being a bit hard to come by down where we were living, and as we couldn't get jobs quickly, that meant that I couldn't rent a house quickly. So given that a friend of mine has just built an apartment underneath her house and said I could live there for as long as I wanted for a very cheap rent, I decided, screw this, I'm heading north. So I'm in Townsville, which is a city in far north Queensland, and it is a pretty big place, got a population of a couple of 100,000 people, and it's in the tropics of Queensland. So it's about 25 degrees today, second day of winter. It's bloody glorious. And it's a really beautiful place with a lot of really cool stuff around it too. So let's go have a look, eh? So there's a big hill right in the centre of Townsville called Castle Hill. And we'll go take a ride up it now. It's a mad road, although I'll be crawling up it because it'll be filled with people walking and jogging up and down it. It seems to be the place where all of the types who are a lot fitter than I am go to exercise. But the views from the top of it are absolutely stunning. You can see all over the city and out onto the islands off of the coast. And them alone are well worth the trip up the hill. The GoPro is going to make this look a lot less steep than it actually is. But trust me, it's pretty mad. Anyway, Townsville, it's about, I think like 1600 kilometres north of Brisbane and about 400 kilometres south of Cairns, or Cairns as the Australians call it. It's the major city up here. It's got like loads of, I think, metal smelters, things like that, you know, so it's a big kind of industrial town. Also a huge army town. So, a lot of soldiers here. See, view's alright, isn't it? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be going too enthusiastically on this, would you? Probably wouldn't end too well. As I'm sure many of you know, I did learn to ride in Central Australia, and as such, hills with bends in them are still a little bit intimidating for somebody of my rather meagre riding talent. Definitely I'm not used to these kinds of roads. There is plenty of them around here though, so it'll be good to get acquainted with them. And I definitely have the bike for them. Bloody speed bumps. It's not actually that busy today, which is good. If you come up here around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening on any weekday, it is thronged with people just jogging, walking, exercising their dogs and what have you. Thankfully, I seem to have a reasonably clear run of it today. Ooh, hairpin. Man, this road is good. Shame I can't go any faster, but you know, like I said, given my lack of riding talent, it's probably just as well that I don't, eh? Yeah, this road is just lovely. Even at 40 kilometers an hour, it is just so nice to ride. So you can see over there are mountains around here, which is pretty good. That's a good thing about a Yamaha R3. Even going slow, this thing is fun. Right. We're at the top, people. So let's go have a look. Mount Stewart there in front of us. You can see the smoke coming off of it on just on the right of the picture there, which is where they're doing a controlled burn as part of fuel reduction, as obviously we're coming into the dry season up here and bushfires are a big danger. Not a bad view, is it? Wait till you see the other side of this hill. It's mad. Yeah, that's a pretty decent view, isn't it? That's Magnetic Island out in front of us. You can get a boat out there, and actually a lot of people live on that island and work here in Townsville, which would be pretty nice. Yeah, beautiful blue seas, tropical islands. Not bad, eh? Shame that swimming in that sea would probably result in me being killed pretty quickly. It is filled with saltwater crocodiles, and in summer you get the box jellyfish here, which is the most venomous creature on Earth. Wouldn't want to get stung by one of those. Definitely not. Actually towed the Yamaha up here. Was a 4-day drive from Melbourne. Pretty long, but hey, we made it, and the bike didn't fall off my shitty $900 trailer, which is always good. Managed to get myself work here pretty quickly. I'll actually be doing a short-term contract about an hour and a half from here for a few weeks in a town called Charters Towers, which is up through those hills. So I'm looking forward to the ride up, definitely. It's only for a few weeks, so that'll give me time to get myself sorted with a full-time job here. It's all coming up, Paddy lads. Anyway, let's go for a little ride down by the beach, shall we? That's assuming I can, you know, find it, which is always a bit of a problem with me, isn't it? I'd imagine this is probably going to be a lot worse going down it than going up it. Oh look, cyclists in the way. Huh, tandem. Cool. You can just see the big military base there in front of us. They have army bases, air force bases, everything here. Massive military town. You do see some pretty cool aircraft flying overhead as a result. Saw a couple of Chinook helicopters yesterday, which was pretty class. Seriously, the view here is pretty goddamn epic. Given that I live in the tropics now and not in the outback anymore, I'm debating whether I should change my YouTube name to Paddy Tropo instead of Paddy Outback. Let me know what you think in the comments there, people. Down at the Strand now. Place is really nice. Wouldn't mind one of those apartments. I'd say the view would be nice. Mightn't be so nice in cyclone season though. This place is very prone to cyclones. There's been some serious damage done by them in recent years here actually, which is not very nice. But it's a small price to pay for a little piece of paradise, isn't it? I'm going to go over there and have a look at those art installation shipping container things they put in, because they look pretty cool. I'll just have to turn back around somewhere in a second. I'm sure there's a roundabout down here somewhere.
A few moments later.
Right. So apparently all of these shipping container sculpture art installation thingies were put in the last few months. They look pretty cool, I have to say. See more of them there. Mad. Definitely a bit different anyway. So yeah, this is where I live now. Somewhat unexpectedly, but let's face it, I could definitely end up in worse places, couldn't I? Certainly a lot better than Alice Springs, although it does have some of the same problems. There is a pretty high crime rate in this city as well, but you know, if I can survive unscathed in the Alice, I can probably manage here too. move on your whatever that Mercedes version of an M6 X6 stupid SUV coupe, basically. Anyway, where was I? I have been to Townsville several times before and I always liked the place, so I'm certainly glad to be living here, and I already have some very good friends here, which definitely makes things easier. So yeah, this is home now, and myself and the little yam here will have lots of good places to go exploring over the coming months and years. Anyway, I'm just going to go right around the city now and enjoy myself. I need petrol actually, so I'd better go get that. Good luck.